Here's a list of random things and if I think they're easier in France or in the US. This is purely based off of opinions, not facts. Getting your high school diploma. I feel like getting the baccalaureate in France is much harder just by the number of tests that you have to go through. Getting your driver's license. Much easier in the US. My dad taught me how to drive and then I paid 20 to 40 bucks to get the actual card. In France, you actually have to go through hours of training and it's also very expensive. Could be like around 3,000 euros. Going to college. Probably a tie on this one. In France, it really depends. Some colleges take you based off your grades. Some colleges also take you based off of entry exam. Most bachelors in France are about 3-year programs versus 4 years in the US. But really, if you did some APs in high school, there's no reason that you can finish it in 3. Shopping on a Sunday. Everything's closed on Sundays in France, so plan accordingly. Owning a gun. I think we all know the answer to that one.
Things that are harder to get than a gun. A driver's license, a home loan, and that mostly applies to black people. Matches on Tinder, baby formula, a size large in anything on H&M's website, clear skin, an apology from your black parents, fresh fries from McDonald's, bad service at a Chick-fil-A, an oatmeal cream pie in someplace other than a gas station, an apartment, a man, a clue. It's harder to get a clue.
There have been 280 mass shootings in the U.S. this year alone, and 23 of them were in Texas.
How has Governor Abbott responded to his state's gun crisis? By passing HB 1927, where anyone 21 and older can legally possess and carry handguns in public. Beginning September 1st, Texas residents can carry handguns without a license or any training.
That's right, guns. Here are a few other things that do require licensing and training, which make them harder to get than a handgun in the state of Texas.
A driver's license, yoga training, which is required at most gyms and studios, tree trimming, food service, bartending, CPR, storm spotter, to spot the storms, a nail technician, forklift driving, and a Pokemon professor. That's right, you need to catch one of 3 certificates.
Why do you have to be certified to save a life, but not take one?
Okay, how about this? If you want a gun, you can get one, but you can only get one every 2 years. It can only be on a Tuesday in November. There's only one place in your entire county where you can get a gun. You have to wait in line if you want it. You have to have multiple forms of ID, not just driver's license, at least 2 other forms of ID on top of your driver's license. Now that line is anywhere from 2 to 8 hours, and just so you know, volunteers are not allowed to hand you water while you wait. All of that sounds insane, right? Yeah, well, that's an average voting story for a voter here in Georgia. When it is much harder to vote than it is to get guns, that should tell you how broken our country is.